Less than two crew squad. What's going on? Welcome back, everybody, to another day of bingoing with the squad, putting together the bingo cards for the episode tonight and for the feeds over the week. First week of jury incoming. So first bit of bingo card for the week for the jury. Sorry, what am I saying? Little groggy. Let me just quickly say it's been a very busy one for me. I have, in the span of the last, well, when I wake up, 9. So since I've woken up, I have had a tough one because today I had a dentist appointment. And in this dentist appointment, I was going to get some fillings. And I was told not to have coffee. So I didn't have coffee. So I was awake from 9 with no coffee, waiting for an appointment that was 1 p.m. So that was not good. That was a lot. And that's time I also had to and have caught up with the entirety of Traders Ireland because I'm recording with Annabelle later tonight. After the Big Brother episode, I'm going to be recording with Annabelle. So be on the lookout for that in your feed sometime soon. No spoilers. Keep it hush hush. But so far, so good. So fun. I talked to family, which is always in and of itself a situation, certainly. And then I went to the dentist. That was not fun, but it's the dentist. It is what it is. And then I had a meeting that I just got off of about 20 minutes ago to get here. So very quick pickings on the meeting there. So we got that done. And now we're here. Tonight is feeds night. This is my first coffee of the day, to be clear. My first coffee of the day at fucking 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So yeah, it's been a day. And I still have to record 90 day in the midst of all this. Well, hey, we're blessed. We're good. We're having fun. Everything's good. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. We're not worried. We're not concerned. But apologies if I messed anything up verbally, okay? Melissa, welcome in. Oh, God. Sal's here. Welcome in. Samantha, what's good? Atomic, hello. And Alpester Taco in the building. What's good? Steph, thank you for the 28 months here. Appreciate you. Welcome back in the Lesson 2 crew. Jinx, Botswat, Ichiami, Nowhere Man, Jackie, hello. Welcome in. Mindy, hello. Happy Eviction Day to you too. A blue suit in the building. Who's everyone hoping for? Let's just get the jury. We'll see how tonight plays out. As long as it's not Ashley, I don't care who goes that much. Yeah. Ideally, I think Mickey. For my draft, it would be Ashley. For me personally, Mickey. For the comedy of Keanu fucking it up, Vince. Christy says resubbed off stream. Thank you so much, Christy. 24 months new badge. Enjoy your new badge in the chat. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it. Want Vince to go just to piss off Keanu? There we go. We just want to ask you to stay. Fair. Do you see this Sharon hinting that feast tomorrow would be chaotic? Yep. And to that I say, why not tonight? You know, why not tonight? I did my time last week, did I not? I sat there as a mute for 20 minutes on the live feed update last week. Shouldn't I be rewarded with the good shit, with the tasty feeds? Why do we gotta wait till tomorrow, Yeah, it is what it is. I joke mostly. I'm just sad. But yeah, I can't wait to see what it is. First week of jury and last 3 weeks of the season. Isn't that wild too? Only 3 weeks left of the season. Julie hinted at a twist also. Well, that bingo card about to be detailed tonight, huh? I can't say because I have work event from 6:45 to 7:45. I hope the cards are good. Thank you, Sass. Appreciate you stopping by at the very least. Cards will be good. That I can guarantee. Vinny going does mean Keanu doesn't get what he wants and only 2 men in the jury. That's a huge dub, isn't it? That's a huge dub. Imagine I just did the rest of the stream like this. With this angle. This would be very weird if I did it like this. That'd be way too weird. Funny, but weird. Baby Pooya. Yeah, baby with a beard though. All right, there we go. This works. I've never had a dentist tell me not to have coffee before feeling that normal. The dentist didn't tell me that, Jinx. I just woke up realizing I hadn't asked the dentist, and then I Googled it, and Google told me not to. Google also said if you really want to and you wash your mouth and brush your teeth, you should be fine. But I didn't want to risk it because it's fillings at the end of the day. So I just chose not to have the coffee. And then I had to call them back to be like, hey, I forgot to ask while I was there, but can I drink coffee now? And she was like, if you she was like, no, since like they numbed your mouth, like you probably shouldn't for the next like hour, 2 hours. And I said, they didn't numb my mouth. She's like, oh, then yeah, you should be good. I was like, oh, fucking great, lovely. And then I didn't have time, so now here we are. Get you used to having no coffee when it either comes to being, it becomes extinct or becomes too expensive. Then I'll have tea. A situation like in that ton of fam. Yeah, it's like without getting too deep into my own personal palm leaf. You know, not all phone calls are great. I'm a big advocate on phone calls. I do enjoy talking on the phone with people, but not all phone calls are good. Also, my beard is getting to a bad spot. I need to trim it and fix it, but that's not today's problem. I've had my dentist tell me to cut back on coffee because it stains fillings, but I didn't. Oh, see? What do you want to happen tonight, Pooya, if it was completely your choice? Ooh, seriously, I see. I think me on a personal, get Mickey out of there. I think. I can see silver linings to keeping either of the three, because Mickey is a villain that you can, keep an eye on for villainy behavior. But then you've got Vince. And Vince's humiliation kink not ending here would be good for that. But also, I feel like Taran has worked so hard on his Vince impression. What happens to Taran if Vince leaves, Does Taran start feeling incomplete? I wouldn't want that from my guy. Then Ashley would be the one I'd be most bummed to see go. Just because she has been fun. And, like, she's also been someone who looked dead to rights week 1 and is still here. And like for her to leave on a Keanu HOH that has Mickey and Vince at it would be a huge L. Because it's like we spent the whole week not expecting Ashley to leave. And then if she leaves, we didn't even get to say goodbye, Like when it happens to someone like Riley, where we're like, we didn't expect him to leave and then he left. We're like, yeah, good riddance. Fuck that. I don't think we give that same energy to Ashley. I think we're going to be bummed if Ashley leaves. So for me, yeah, Mickey probably leaving would be my choice. I go to the dentist next Wednesday too. I hate it. Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to this one. Good to be here. Hope Vince is gone. Boz, welcome in. Welcome in. At least your appointment was at 1 instead of 2:30. Nice. Atomic. You get a boom. English Jet Muffin, welcome in. Minnie. I was like, how the fuck did this man get my government? Your government? Amy, thank you for the tier 1 with 42 months here. Appreciate you. Jay with the prime sub. I know you get one of these, so I do thank you for using it on me for month number 38. Thank you. All right, with all this put up, Ashley cannot go under any circumstances. Fair. I need Vince gone for the comedy and egg on the face of Keanu. Keanu having permanent who flipped face would be good, especially because we have that emote also. All right, let me sit up a little bit and move this a little lower because I am seeing a lot of catch up that I need to do here. I want Vince to go so we can see those exit interviews. Oh my God, that'll be, you're not wrong, Savvy. We do get the exits if he leaves this week. And also, what are the odds that Taran does the Vince impression to Vince's face? Maybe we'll get lucky and she means tomorrow after midnight. Ooh, Softy, I do appreciate that silver lining you presented. Thank you for that. Our feed's off until tomorrow? I fucking hope not. It's a janky intro. I don't think it's a janky week because... Actually, no, janky week wasn't a split house, right? Janky was everybody. So, yeah, it can't be split. It could be janky. Ah! I thought I spilled my coffee. I didn't. We're all chill. Everything's fine. They want to make sure Rachel stays in that house on our TVs as long as possible. Please no janky world. Please, please, please. Baby Pooya is me. Lower your camera and you're good. I could do. The problem is there's not a lot of gap between my camera and my monitor. Did I see the Instagram unfollow gate? Minnie, I did not. Please tell me everything I need to know. Unlocked filming and a stupid twist coming. It might be a rough night. I forgot about Unlocked. Fuck! I forgot about Unlocked. Oh my God. Yeah. Good news is I have some work to do still. I still have to edit the PAL. I still have to record 90 Day. So I have to take notes for that. So I might just keep myself busy with doing other stuff until feeds come on. Hobbit perspective? Nah. Google did me dirty. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. They didn't numb the area around the filling. So so she asked me if I wanted it. And I said, well, in your professional recommendation, what would you say? She said, it doesn't look like, it's not a lot of filling. The area they're filling is not that much. So I would say it's too small. I would say you can do without the numbing. Because she was like, the numbing will take like 3 to 5 hours. And so if you can avoid it, it's better. Let's start it, and then worst case, you want it, and we numb it. I said, okay. And then, you know what? Lo and behold, it was done. It was very quick. It was fine. And I can handle a lot of pain, you know. It's not true. I'm a baby. Such little feelings in the part of my mouth due to bad teeth, but I also end up having numbing all the time. Soul Survivor Zeke with the tier 1 first month ever with us. Thank you so much, Soul Survivor Zeke. I do appreciate it. Thank you for taking taking a gamble on me. I hope I don't disappoint you. Enjoy the content. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the badge. Javi War, thank you so much for the 15 months 15 months. Javi War 15 is your name for the second month. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. You know, been here 2 months, feels like 15 sometimes. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Last time I got a feeling they numbed me and the needle hit a nerve, I had a big bump on my cheek. Oh my God. See that? Imagine I had that happen to me, Mindy, and then I had to do the podcast tomorrow and the stream today and record Traders Ireland. Would have been bad. If Vince leaves, Taryn would be forced to do Lauren impressions. Maybe I don't want Vince to leave then, because I don't know if I can handle a Lauren impression every update. Taryn gets to breathe. That is what happens. Besides, he still has Lauren. Oh, wow. Y'all figured this out, huh? Random Jeste with a 5 gifted. I do appreciate it. Welcome into Money Perfect, Mama Bear, Dainty Butterfly, MJ, and Zemo-licious. Part of the Lesson 2 crew. Compliments of the one and only Jess. We are in September. So I believe gifted subs are on a discount. I don't know exactly what the terms of it are, but I do appreciate you using that opportunity to bless the community, Jess. Thank you. Terror Teeth. Hello, Miel. That sounds horrible. Oh, wait, what did Jinx say? In the past, my mom got so bad that I had to have my bone graft in my jaw, but I finally turned around. Oh my God. I was also told I grind my teeth and need a mouth guard in the future. So yay. Who am I buying this week? Chat. Is it dumb if I actively consider keeping my Morgan stock? You tell me. Is it stupid? When Vince has scheduling conflicts because he has a job interview? Oh my God, Miel. I'm worried about the twist. Yeah, what do you think the twist could be? I think there's a secret room in the house. Luda, I would love that. Y'all know me. I am a sucker for a secret room. Season 6 has my favorite twist of all time. Well, double. House twist and casting twist. So I would love that. Would they do a split house with 9 people left? No. No, I don't think so. Taryn tried to impress Catherine. It can't go worse than that. Right. I was thinking about going in on Rachel in the Star Wars, hoping the twist is somehow rigged for Rachel. That's not a bad gamble to make. They don't want Rachel to just be the first juror. Although if fucking Kelly is the HOH when the feeds come back on, then you already know your week is in the shitter at that point. What was the reason for Janky Week? Torture? I mean, yes. Kelly unfollowed Vince and unfollowed herself from Vince's accounts. Allegedly, but from what I can verify, seems to. Oh, Kelsey. Oh, shit. After last night's app? Would never numb me the fuck up. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Lana, thank you for the 34 months. Appreciate you. You know what? More power to her if she did. I mean, listen, she was going to wait until he gets back to talk probably. And then what happened? He said more shit and he's been doing more shit. So that's not going to happen anymore. I didn't realize you could do feelings without numbing. News to me as well. And again, Pooya goes, that's the Seek. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I promise not to let you down. All right. How is Traders Ireland? How do we watch? If you are a patron of RHAP, you can have access. And additionally, if you are in my Discord, you should have access as well. If you do not, I will make sure you do. I can hook it up, as I always try and do with the links. But I don't know if we have them or not. But either way, if you're in my Discord, you should. And you don't have access, just at me. I can make it happen. I think Robert's totally right. It's going to be a split house, special power, and double eviction. Split house, special power. Okay, but split house with 9 people. How does the math work there? Also, let's get the music back up. Cupcakes! Thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you. Welcome at Pixar. BB Losers, ZP or ZP if you Canadian. Rono and Stu. Welcome in. And thank you so much for the 5 gifted cupcakes. Thank you for blessing the stream up and bringing in new people into the community. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who from Love Island would you want to see on Big Brother? Honestly, Jeremiah would be a great pick. I think Jeremiah would be good fun. If you want like a strategic villain, Ace. If you want messy feats, Huda. If you want someone who people will think has potential, but will be furniture. Nick, I said it. Is that enough? It might be 3 noms, no blockbuster, 2 with most votes go home. Damn, that would be brutal. Not stupid to keep Morgan stock. Well, write it out then. Probably Kelly Bye would be the worst since she hasn't gone above a 3 ever. Right. Please dump the Morgan stock. Here's the thing. I was ready. I had 1 foot out the door with the stock watch, and then Morgan got a 7 and brought me back in. And then she got a 4 and took me back down. But like at this point, let's just stay and see where it goes. Keep out Will stock. I should have moved to Will last week, which I didn't. They could bring Brendan in when people were talking about in 3 days. I thought it was about Brendan. Oh, was he like not around? Did we ever talk about Juice 2 from today? Sometimes it's as if we are watching 2 different shows. What does she mean by that? Oh, you know what? That's why everyone's saying it's probably a split house. Upside down smile and a popcorn emoji. Could be a shout, chat. Could be a shout. About Will Stock for your safe. That's a safe pick to have right now, honestly. I'm gonna actually Patreon find the link. Sounds good, K Jammer. Are you still peeved that Chappelle shipping Vorgan? He's really doubling down. The thing for me is I sometimes cannot help myself. I put myself in people's shoes, right? And the first thing I did was put myself in the shoes of, let me pretend that I am Vince, right? And I was like, oh, even if Liana said, do what you got to do to win, I don't think I could fucking do this. Also, if I'm Vince, I've lied about that now. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're doing a lot. And like, you're doing it on national television. And all I can think of is what Liana's probably hearing outside, right? Just these degenerate losers who are like going to give her shit and be like, wow, you're like nothing. Your husband. And then likewise, the other side of the coin, I pictured Liana in the Vince spot where she's like flirting with someone in the game. And it's like my mind wants to tell me it's strategy, but I'm feeling jelly. I'm feeling annoyed. I don't like this. And then it doesn't help that probably all my mentions are going to be cuck, loser, cuck boy, loser. Heh, yeah, she doesn't even like you. Heh, you're ugly anyway. Heh. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. No, fuck all that noise. So then when someone like Chappelle, a third party, mind you, who is not in a committed relationship, is like, I ship them. I'm like, why? Because this just sounds like a nightmare that's happening for the people that are involved, basically. The empath in me makes it so that I cannot handle watching that. And I feel bad for Kelsey and you know, yeah. Anyway. Super HOH double power. If it's a super, I don't want a super HOH. Super HOH makes me anxious. Exile Island, 541 save for the week. But with our luck, that safe person is going to be Kelly. Or it's Keanu, because he's the outgoing HOH, but probably Kelly. One HOH who gets to nominate 2 on each side. Ooh, that's interesting. Who do you think is winning Blockbuster? If someone links me, I'm assuming we got a preview of what it is this week. I'll tell you what I think. I haven't seen it yet. Some people were speculating a Survivor-like week. That would be very fun. What should I do if the Discord doesn't show up on my connections? I was gifted a sub and would like to join it. HRH, what's it called? Detach your Discord and Twitch accounts and then reconnect them. I thought Chappelle was being sarcastic. To be clear, Chappelle is definitely leaning into it. I don't think Chappelle is fully like into this. But I can't help but think about this stuff when it comes up, even when it's the jokies, you know? Yeah. I don't think he's being a complete menace. Although he's usually a menace, but I don't think we're on the same page. This is a twisted blessing for Kelsey, a clean break. Right. I know it probably won't happen, but I'm wishing for cameras in the jury house. Very wishful thinking, but that'll be fun. I was thinking Chappelle's being sarcastic. Yes. Sometimes you're like, eye emoji. What is Super HOH? I don't know. Someone in the chat said it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea what it is. I was trying to decide if I were Kelsey, would I keep watching to see exactly what he's doing or just not look at all? I can't decide. I think for me, it depends on if I intend on staying with him or not. Like, if I'm planning on making it work with Liana, I have to see exactly what's going down, right? To then bring it up later. If I'm like, fuck this, I'm out, then it does not matter what's happening. Amy, welcome and hope you're doing well. We got a preview. Julius from Blockbuster. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Let's check this out. I'll bet the music is going to be copyrighted anywhere. I shouldn't have bothered. Okay.
This is tonight's BB Blockbuster.
They did this last year.
In moments, all of these balls are going to be flying around, and the house guests will have to gather them and place them in the tube in the same color sequence. Whoever does it first wins safety tonight. Let's give it a whirl.
Oh, so this time we don't get music. We just get loud, random static noise. Remind me, if you do one in wrong, are you just done? Is it over? You're DQ'd? Is that what it is? Or is there a reset button? Do you think Morgan was desperate for a relationship she tried and failed to get with Zach? I think Morgan is just a natural flirter. I don't think I've known people who are not looking to be in a relationship whatsoever, but they do be flirting hard. It's almost like their method of communication to a certain extent. So yeah, I don't necessarily know how much she wanted to be in a relationship. I told my boyfriend he'd be kicked to the curb. It's just too much for me. I don't know. And I'd be embarrassed. Honestly, for me, I feel like if Leon and I talked about it and I was like, do what you got to do to win, I'd like to think I'd be secure enough not to feel shaken, but I feel like I'd have a hard time not feeling some type of way either way, as hypocritical as it sounds, because I did say, cool, whatever, do what you got to do to win. I think if I'm in the Kelsey spot and we did not say that outright and she's doing that stuff, I don't think I could handle it. Again, I already mentioned what I could picture that response being, and it's fucking annoying. So he was ironically standing Latina Kelly before. Exactly. And I think some people genuinely thought he likes Kelly. He hates Kelly. Chances are they're just friends and they are playing with the other one. Yeah, or the flirt game. Right, exactly. I would feel bad for Kelsey. Yeah, Chappelle is leaning into it for the chaos. Make no mistake. I feel bad for Kelsey if I didn't think this was better for her in the long run. Vince is not going to be trusted easily in a romantic relation for a long time. Any snacks or grew up for the app tonight? Well, I made a pasta dish earlier before hopping on here that I had during my meeting. I'm having this coffee. I would like for something chocolatey, but I do not think we have anything chocolatey in the house. And I'm not going to go out to get it. I do have a chance to message Liana and say, can you bring home... Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to message Liana and say... All right, we're going to tell Liana, you are the best. I am very lucky to have you. No, I don't have her to be with you. No, to get to be with you. Always be dating, chat. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. 3 heart emojis. Send. Then you wait 30 seconds and you say, can you pick me up a Snickers bar on the way home. And if she says, was that part of that? We sent them separately. So then you say, no, those were separate times. Who said DJ Showtime type advice? Ban that person. Mods? Blue suit? How dare you? How fucking dare you? Wow. That is the meanest thing anyone has said to me on the internet ever before. And the fucking updaters were called seat fillers this week. And this almost is worse than that. Fuck it out. Oh my god. All right, where was I? Woody, thank you, tier 3, 58 months here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Woody. Hope you're doing well. You and yours is doing well. Thank you for coming back here for another month once again with us. Last night, a bunch of alumni were in chat BCC talking about what they knew of and thought feeds were like before they went in. Honestly, none of them really understood completely. It's hard to know because unless you're deep in this world, you might not know what to anticipate, you know? I think that I'd lose a lot of respect for my person using a romance to win a game. I know a lot of people say anything goes, but that's my line. I would, like I said, I can be insecure. So I would be like, do what you got to do to win. But I will trust that person. But I think it's also easy to, it's hard to watch. Like, okay, how do I put this? So like, if you are watching your person, this is a very extreme example I'm gonna use, your person making out with somebody in front of you, okay, for like 5 minutes, and then they pull out of that and go, all right, let's leave, and you're like, what was that? And they're like, oh, that was nothing at all, that meant nothing, I did this to get this for us. I feel like you're still going to be a little shell-shocked because you've seen it. And I think that's the thing with the feeds. If let's say Liana went on Survivor and used the flirt romance game to make Final 3 and to potentially win the game. Bet, sounds good. But I also have the heads up of it happening, so I'm like, cool. You know, like you have those like months to be reassured that everything's Gucci. But if you're watching the goddamn feeds, you have nothing to reassure you that this is not just the game. And that goes for flirting also. I'm not saying just like it has to be. Like I said, I used a very extreme example of making out. But you know, depends on the person also, I think. This block quest might actually be a toss-up. I can see anyone winning this. Money on Mickey though. Mickey almost going on the Keanu arc the last couple of weeks if she wins this one. Kelsey could have just blocked him so she didn't have to see all the mess. Yeah, but she's gonna know. Like, I feel like under told story is how much people will go out of their way to tell you what your people are doing on the internet, or on television rather. You know. Oh, so for a second I forgot we have a bingo thing to do. So let me catch up with you and then let's get this bingo thing going, shall we? I think it's harder to see with everyone talking about being amplified, like in wonder and public opinion is shaping perception. This is me playing devil's advocate. That's the thing, Stephanie. Like if and I think a lot of us like to think that, you know, other people ain't gonna impact me. But I think there's something to be said about like if 100 people are swarming your comments and like being like, wow, you see what this dog did to you? That's so rude. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. Or they're making fun of you. They're like, wow, you know what? She's better for him anyway. Or, wow, I ship this couple. That would suck. All of that would suck. I was thinking it's harder to see with everyone. I just read that. Sorry, Stephanie. The fact that he's spreading this lie about having permission to flirt is the biggest red flag. That is the big one. Tucker won this. I think he did win this. Video still not playing for us. What the fuck? Okay, okay, well, thank you for letting me know now. I'm sorry I didn't even see that earlier. I didn't catch up to it. He cares more about public perception than his girlfriend of 7 years, right? Height and arm length is the most important thing. No video playing, by the way. Yep. Sorry, chat. I keep forgetting that this is a issue we've been having. It's my new OBS I'm running that I need to figure out how to use it with. There's a latch to release. There has to be, right? Because then they don't want you just sitting there lost. Last time they were all one color, so we don't know. Was last time like they had to, yeah, like there was like specific orange ones they had to get or something like that? I watched a bunch of Morgan's clips on Twitch and most of them were clips of her burping. Oh dear God. See, I never ended up making the deep dive into Morgan's account. But I have to credit Morgan for getting me to do my application for GTRP. So here we are. I'm a little flirty, but not to an extent that I'm tickling someone's arm who has been... Listen, the finger play. It's all about the finger play. I brought this up with Liana, and she said that I was valid in what I said. And then a lot of you were adding me, talking about finger play. So we're all on the same page here. Oh, this is when I messaged Liana for the fuck I'm behind. Okay. I would never get in a cheat mess if I was on Big Brother. Insert Mr. Big to be with you. Love that we get to see your process. Yeah, you see the methods? This is the I would like candy method. I want chips, but I'm trying to be in my health era, and I'm notorious for demolishing a bag of chips in one sitting. Alex, same. That's why I don't keep chips in the house. Not anymore. Not anymore. You should have sent the first text earlier in the day. Get that crock pot of cooking. Okay. Fuck. You were called a seat filler? Yes. Yes. The non-Terran updaters were called seat fillers in a YouTube comment this week. Okay, so Sharon Tharp tweeted, and this I think set up here is already here. Nope, that's still Julie's face. We've moved on from this. We've moved on from this. What the fuck? All right. Wait, why can't I switch this now? What the fuck? Okay. Well, I fucked myself here. There we go. Now you're willing to cooperate? Okay. There. Sorry, chat. Don't know what that was all about. And then how do I remove this? There. Okay. Yeah. Worries are valid even if they are perhaps for the wrong reasons. Once again, that's my number one question. And let's drop a like on it. Yeah. Worries are valid even if they're perhaps for the wrong reasons. Is it because we're worried about the split house? Everyone's like worried about the split house. So she's like, the worries are valid, but there's not going to be a split house. What the fuck is happening, Sharon? Oh my God. But listen, you can't say anything. Sharon knows how to get the heart beating when it comes to Big Brother stuff. If you watch Vincent's cam talk, it changes the way you see things. It's very vague. Like he speaks very vague about everything, Dime Store. Seth, thank you for the 51 months. Appreciate you. I'll put the switch button in a minute, but no, I've kept the sub going. Also, the seat filler discourse had me upset. Y'all are much more than that and absolutely integral to the process. Thank you so much, Seth. I thank you for 51 months here, and I'm happy you're back here with us. Listen, I'm not going anywhere. So if y'all need to take a break, you need to leave for a couple months, do your own thing, you're busy, you come back, I'll be right here, welcome you back with open arms. Thank you so much, Seth. I kind of want Vince to leave so Morgan stops getting so much hate. Who's hating on Morgan? Did you guys hear the new BB song? There's not one for Vince. Oh my God, I got the notification. I did not hear it though. Sharon just posted words about, yeah, I just read that. The Vince song was on the slop this week. Oh, perfect. Can someone fill me in on the seat filler stuff? Who said what? It was a YouTube comment. Audio was good, no video though. Gotcha. Is Morgan in your server? No, she's in a different server. Yeah, Maxis wants to maybe it's not a split house. Yeah, I don't think it's a split house anymore. I love all you seat fillers. Seat fillers in the building. I know I've been joking about it all week with the Vorgan stuff, but I genuinely feel so bad for Kelsey. It has to be traumatic seeing all this to go down. And I'm sure she's seeing the jokes as well, which probably aren't funny to her. Right. That's what I mean. That's why I feel bad when people are like shipping it. Complimentary. No, see, so Julie tweeted 2 different shows, and then Sharon tweeted, worries are valid. Here's what I will say about this. Let's go back to this tweet real quick. If you put 2 and 2 together, does it sometimes feel like we're watching 2 different shows and then worries are valid even if they are for the wrong reasons? This worries are valid, but they're the wrong reasons, implies that people's assumption of the 2 different shows is wrong. It's not a split house. What it could be, though, and we are on the brink of television season. We could see someone mentioned earlier the Survivor twist. I think that's a very valid one. You could see that be the case. Additionally, you could see I was about to say Amazing Race twist where everyone's a pair for the week, but that could work because it would be 1 HOH and 4 pairs. So that could be the shout as well. So Liana replied to me and said, yeah, I can do that. Is there anything else that you need? Yeah, I can do. Is there anything else that you need? I'm going to reply, just you. Boom. And I mean it too. All right, where were we? Was Survivor twist? I'm just saying that if it's 2 different shows thing, watching Survivor while on Big Brother is a shout, you know? You should all get a shirt or hat that says seat filler for next year. I always call people out either in the comments and chat when they start talking shit about podcasts. So rude and awkward, especially when it's a chat during a live. I'm just that girl though. I call people out on their shit, and I appreciate that, Amy. Yeah, I feel like I understand. Like I think obviously we've talked about here on my stream multiple times, on the pad multiple times, about how I don't think anyone could do what Taryn's doing. I don't think, as far as podcasters go, I don't think any of us would want to or could pull it off. So Taryn is absolutely integral. But I think what happens is some people see Taryn as like the main, which is fair. He's there every day. But I think what they forget is they see us as just mouthpieces there to like yell into the void. But like every other podcaster is also doing their shift for that day. Like they're watching the exact same feeds, putting in as much time to be ready to talk. So, and like, this is why I'm always, when we play Goose Goose on my stream, I say, hey, be kind to the players, be kind to the lobby, because I suffer from read all the comments itis. If another podcaster feels that same way, does the same thing, I don't want them to be hurt. If it's split house, will they realize we hate split house? Well, it doesn't sound like it is, but maybe. He speaks very vague. I don't know where the word permission came from. It was never said. Right. Some people hate on Morgan for every reason possible. Really? That's so annoying. Mario Madro said earlier in her life that she thinks it might be something like Direfest coming up. I hope not. That would be a split house. I really hope it's not that. I just want the M&Ms freed from being captive and abused by Morgan. Morgan is getting a lot of blame when this is mostly Vince. Yeah, I do not subscribe to Morgan needs to be the one punished here. I think you can definitely be like, well, Morgan, did you not know that he's taken? But also, he's the one that's taken. It's on him to set boundaries. It's on him to be like, hey, too much. But when he's also welcoming it and normalizing it, like, he was the one who was like, nah, Kelsey ain't a jealous person. It's all good. Did I see Jimmy's tweet? What the fuck did Jimmy tweet? What is a split hose? My man said split hose. Oh my God. Tar baby season promo. Right. Didn't hear that team theory. Interesting. Right, Max, as well? Because I feel like the obvious assumption is it is it could be Survivor related. But I think the more obvious is Big Brother is Amazing Race. Amazing Race is Big Brother theme this year. So doing that could be a shout, and that could be why, Sharon's like not good, because people are going to be roped into pairs, but we all know what that looks like, right? 4 pairs means 2 pairs have to hit the block. That's 4 people on the block. if the veto gets used by one pair off the block, there's a pair that automatically gets put up, or basically 6 people have to go up out of a possible 8, which is not great for that HOH, and also not great for someone who's just unfortunately paired with someone who's gonna cook them. So, yeah. Maybe Mr. H is like a zero H. Maybe I would actually be into that. So our twist where only one person is immune, everyone else can be voted for would be fun. I agree, but that's the thing. Sharon Street does make it sound like it's not going to be a good one. Let's see. Some pointed out it's an uneven number of appeals, so pairing can't work. No, but the pairing would happen after the HOH is crowned. Then it works, because then it's 8 people. 1 HOH and 4 pairs. Oh, seat filler merch would go hard. I know I don't like the term, but like I'd cop that merch. That Chelsea tweet about Kirsten made me so mad. It was not good. It was not good, Luda. To be terrified of a season-ending twist out of Zombie Week would fucking suck. I love hearing from everyone. I hope none of you are taking the comment to heart. No, we're all good. We're all good. Chelsea, what about Kirsten? Chelsea basically said that she's not a fan of Kirsten or her takes on RHAP. There's other stuff that happens in the house that Taryn doesn't necessarily think is important to cover, and I still want to hear about it, so I'm glad the other guests are there to catch those things. Taryn will always put strategy first, especially when there's a lot of information to decipher and piece. So you will get some of the non-strategy stuff from the other podcasters when there's time, or when Taryn says if there's anything else, they're like, check this one out, you know? So I'm going to stand up now because I was sitting for too long, and I still haven't started bingo, which we need to do in a second here. I remember Jimmy on a TikTok was talking about a potential split house the week after he was evicted. Oh, gotcha. Morgan can only go off what Vince said, and he keeps telling her, yes, exactly. Vince initiates a lot of it too. There we go. What happened last night? I saw people talking about the night vision kiss footage, which I looked at. Didn't look kissy to me. But also, it's very hard to tell. Was it kissy? It was creepy regardless. Just gonna say that. So, split hose. Survivor twist outdoors lockdown week. I don't think so. If it's a Survivor twist, it's basically no one is immune. No HOH. Or HOH has immunity. Veto holder has immunity. Anyone else can get voted out. Although putting them outside the whole week would also make sense. Yeah, BB13 twist is what I had in mind, Red Wings, for sure. I would die being paired with Kelly. Same, but I would die. I would hate it, but I would also know if I... Listen, no, I mean, I wouldn't want to fucking risk being on the block come Thursday, but I mean, if I'm paired with Kelly, I could just survive it. Sharon followed up again. Oh my God. Oh no, I've already seen this one. All right, I'm catching up, chat. I think Morgan is adult with agency here too, but I've seen a lot of comments like Morgan should stop touching him and not Vince should stop. Right. Or they both should stop. Right. I've seen people say Morgan should not. Right. I agree with that, Softy. I agree with that wholeheartedly. All the RJ parties are incredible. Line Freedom is a diverse lineup. I love Taryn Dearlane. He's obviously next to Anna so again, but I would consider very much needed. For example, I think Mario, Kirsten, and Morgan, Maggie, all have super game analysis, super smart games that always pushes the conversation forward. And Pooya, I think you're also an integral voice of RJ. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. One, then 2 pairs get nominated. 1 from each pair goes home. I mean, that could be a fucking wild way to go. I could so see the duos twist because that's literally what they did to save Rachel. Right. And that's exactly what made me think of it too. It could be the pair gets evicted together. That would be nuts for a double. Oh my God. All right. Did y'all see this? Made in good faith. What is this? That's very funny. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it. I do think he gave her a little kiss on the arm for the other night. A supposed I love you kiss. What? I'm still behind from Cancun. Almost finished with the slop when the stream started. Gotcha. All right, chat. Shall we get into the bingo of it all? Because we should get this going sooner rather than later. I still have about 20 minutes of episode 3 of Traders Ireland to watch before 8 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 9 p.m. Eastern. We get Lauren Kelly out in 1 week. Oh my God, imagine. Whatever happens, they'll probably try to help Rachel, which I'm not mad about. All right. Tonight's episode is an hour later. No, it's not. It's 8 p.m., right? Or is it usually 9 p.m.? It's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. It's Traders Ireland to serve. I literally live in Ireland, but I haven't clocked in yet. Katharina, I've loved it so far. 2.5 episodes in. It's enjoyable to me. There's some fun little elements that I won't spoil for y'all. But it's been very fun, very different, but a good time. 8 p.m. Eastern. Right. So in an hour, less than an hour. Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page. Messy Bird. No, definitely check it out, y'all. It's been good. It's been very good. All right. Y'all ready, chat? You ready to get bingoed? It's bingo time. Did me and Liana know each other before RHAP? No. We met because of RHAP. We met as two silly young podcasters and are now two silly young podcasters that are married to each other. Life's good. All right. Week 8? Yeah? Week 8? Young? Yeah, young. We were what, 20? I was 25 when I did the So You Think? Or 24? Let's see, it was 20. I mean, we don't have time with the math. It was either 25 or 24. How long? 5 years. We get Eviction week 9 beats. Thank you, Alpastor Taco. Appreciate it. Okay. First time joining, Ali. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for joining us. Definitely young and still young? Hell yeah. Ziggy, thank you. All right. Let's cook. First things first, I'm the realist, okay? But first. Okay, I like the Lauren doesn't get a confessional. Lauren doesn't get a DR. Dodo music. Just general. Love that. Morgan feeding Vinny slop. Is this a thing legitimately, Mindy, you could see being on the episode? Remember, this is for the eviction episode, not for the feeds this week. Julie has her hair down, okay. Rachel yells at Keanu. Happily vote to evict. Ava says, frankly. I did see that. I voted yes. To Taylor wearing a bob for untucked. Non-nominee cries, okay. Sadly, vote to evict, followed by excited shoutouts. Love that one. High five in the hallway. Lovely, lovely. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I'm going to gaslight Lavina right now. So if you don't know, Lavina is a huge fan of NSYNC, and the hints for Unlocked are very much leading NSYNC member, which should probably be Chris Kirkpatrick's because he was on Big Brother. Now what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to message Lavina, and I'm going to say Streets are saying Brian Little is on this week. Because Brian Little's the like Backstreet Boy that's like canceled, right? Like that's the one. I'm just going to be shit. Oh, Latrell, not Little. Latrell. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit her with, yeah, Streets are saying Brian Latrell's on lock tonight. Nah, that's a gaslight right there. And I'm a Backstreet Boys over NSYNC person anyway, but I don't like Brian Latrell, so I'm going to do that just to mess with her, even though I know she knows that it's not a thing. So we're going to do that. Please say Little. All right. Now we leave it and we see what she says later. All right. All right, where were we? Rachel wears red. We're evil, chat. Rachel wears red. Probably not gonna, yeah, we're not gonna get live feeds till later, probably, regardless. Brian Little's hilarious. I don't know why I thought that. Vincent Morgan hugged longer than 30 seconds during live episode. She said, "Nice try." We can complete the gaslight. Just we gotta. So I said, "Huh?" Mastermind face reveal is a good one. Although too soon, probably, right? Then we've got Morgan and Vince hug longer than 30 seconds. Okay. She said he's in Vegas plus all the clues are not Backstreet Boys. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just reporting what I saw. Plus, I feel like the bye is a misdirect. So that does fit to BSB. Because red herring. All right. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I don't fucking know. For no reason, for my own entertainment. Morgan tries to rally votes for Vince. HOH comp is teased. Okay. New twist is teased. Oh no, new twist reveal. Heartbeat heard through the mic, which is always very terrifying. Heartbeat heard through my why is it all caps? Heartbeat heard through microphone. There we go. Denied hugs on the way out. Gembot has malfunction. Tech issue. Someone says I can't say anything about it. Oh my god, that's been so annoying this season. Someone gets called on speech. I'm gonna make an executive decision, chat. So we're gonna finish the eviction bingo card, but what we're not gonna do is do the feed card. Let's wait and see what the twist is, and we'll have feeds tomorrow. I'm live tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So then tomorrow night we can make the bingo card for the feeds, and it'll be more accurate to what we can expect on the feeds. How about that? Cool? Good? Maybe? I don't know. All right, cool. We're on the same page. Update. Lavina said that would. So I said, I don't know. I'm just reporting what I saw. Plus, I feel like the bye 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 is a misdirect, so that does fit to Backstreet Boys because red herring. And she said that would make me so mad, low key. But Backstreet Boys are all in Vegas right now, TBH. And I said, yep, I know. I'm just messing with you. Amazing. And I sent her a gif of Chris Kirkpatrick drinking coffee, a la Kermit the Frog. Credit music too loud to hear house guests. All right, let's keep going, chat. Let's get even with you during Goose Goose. I don't think she's available this week. Julie has to yell at house guests to leave multiple times. Oh yeah, the easy ones. Mickey wins Blockbuster. Vince wins Blockbuster. Ashley wins Blockbuster. Or Izmir, is these harder as we go on? Like to fill, there's less stuff to talk about. I feel like Stephanie. We did put the heartbeat one. Unanimous vote. The judges are out. It feels like a little too specific. I feel like they announced jury. Yep, swag 2 tonight. Did I get Mastermind? Mastermind face reveal we do have. We don't have any other Mastermind related ones. Oh, we see the photo. Gray out live. Julie announces Blockbuster is done. Do you guys decide where they sit on the couch? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think they'll reveal the face tonight either, to be honest. How do you play? So what happens here off is that I'm making the card right now. Once the card is done, I'll save it. I'll have a link ready. Y'all can get the link immediately in the chat. Then I'll put the link on socials as well for people to use. And then you just click the link. It generates you a free card. Movements be allowed to use Beanie to catch balls though? No. No shot. At most, everyone gets equal opportunity of using their clothes, not their hat, like their shirts, not their hats. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to. Goodbye messages. Ava says Vinny the Lip. Yeah, that's the only Mastermind one we have as a face reveal, which I do agree is a lot more of a bust than anything, but it's fine. Vince evicted. And I'm going to do Mickey evicted. I'm not going to do an Ashley one because that's unlikely. And if it happens, it happens. It's fine. Techish, I do have. I do have the I don't want to say something bad about someone else one. A triple announce. I feel like that's unlikely, right? Maybe. Jake will Direfest? Potentially. But we have a twist reveal one already. Mastermind talks directly to house guests. Curse word bleep. Would we ever do a final 3 instead of 2? I doubt it, because they would not want to have the final 3 is such an iconic HOH. I feel like making it the final 4 HOH just doesn't hit the same, especially with the veto there. Plus, I feel like that's a little too easy for someone to make it to final 3. Satanian Paul recent. I did not see that, Soja. I missed that. Are you adding more? Can't see them? I'm ready to add more. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why did the browser stop? Why did it freeze? Oh, you know what? I know why. No, I actually don't know why. Hold on. There we go. I don't know what that was about. But there we go. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out, because I did not pay enough attention. Announced Zingbot's arrival. Zingbot mention. Gas montage. Thank you, Kelly. Is it time to watch episode tonight? Then go back to watch Wednesday episode this weekend. I feel like I don't want to miss this one tonight. No, I think that's fine. I think that's completely fine. Big Brother is a weird show where you can, because you already know what's happening anyway. So you should have no issue with that. Someone says sandwich. Okay. That's a fun one. No, I don't think BB Comics comes up tonight. Angela mentioned could happen. You might even get that during the BB Announcer guys recap. Hey, Lippy Lindsay, welcome in. Love kicking it off with a... Oh, thank you so much. Someone mentions getting Rachel out. How would you phrase it? Evicted house guest says they felt betrayed by someone. I've got feelings. Welcome in, Mel. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Morgan, where's the veto in a conversation? We have goodbye messages already. Long hug. We also have one as well. Radies, welcome in. Anything from we need to get Rachel out, or so and so would put up Rachel, or talk about her being a target. Did you all do Vince fake cries? We have Vince cries. Whether it's fake or not, it's fine. I'll take either for the bingo. Right? We have that somewhere. I think. Keanu cries. Vince evicted. Vince. Vince cries after Blockbuster. Judges reveal. Vince begs. That's so funny. All right, chat. I want 3 more. Give me 3 juicy ones. Vince begs is fire. It really is. We have the long hug one. Food use and strategy. I'm gonna do one of me double suggestions. Hey, you're good. I'll let you know if we have them already. Hi.
An hour later.
Come here. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, chat.
We're very lucky to have you here with us.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're very white.
Yeah.
And cold. Are you cold?
Yes.
Are you cold?
Because it's cold outside.
It's cold outside. Were you outside?
Yeah, I just came inside.
Yeah, you're in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you trying to leave?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I need to take a shower and I'm cranky.
You're cranky?
Yeah.
Okay.
So may I leave?
You want to talk shit about someone real quick?
Ooh. Yeah, but I shouldn't.
Share with the group. Share with the group.
I can't.
Why? Just a little bit. No one's here. No one's gonna snitch. There's not that many people in chat today anyway.
Okay.
It's a very small stream.
Okay.
There's only 200. Holy shit.
Okay.
Yo, shout out chat.
Ugh.
Digital and Leon.
No, I
you know,
can't.
so.
I
You
can't.
can't?
I
Okay.
can't.
All right.
There's this guy named Schmandy, and he's really annoying and doesn't, like, does anybody do... I feel like Kim Kardashian. Nobody wants to work anymore.
Which is funny.
I know. Anyway, whatever. It's fine.
Are you okay?
No, I'm cranky.
All right. You want this Snickers bar? I'll give you Snickers
Yeah, no.
bar.
What is it? Hungry, eat a Snickers or whatever that commercial is.
It says peanuts, caramel, and nougat. Halftime hungry. Yeah, it doesn't say that anymore.
Okay.
Thanks, Bean. I didn't have a coffee today before the dentist because I thought I shouldn't. I didn't know I could. So
Yeah.
I've been like, this is my first coffee.
That's probably good.
No, I'm so tired and sleepy.
It has nothing to do with the caffeine.
It does. I'm usually not this tired this late.
This is a one. You need to collect more data to be able to.
More
say that.
data? I'm not having coffee ever again.
Okay.
Why are you rolling your eyes at
I'm
me?
cranky.
Crank that soldier boy. All right, she's gone. All right, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're chill. We're chill. Huge mistake to take that bite. Oh my god. But the wrong color. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a reset. Do what's best for your game is fire. When the dentist today, Pooya? Yeah, it's a big day for dentistry, huh? Maybe ice cream. Maybe I'll suggest I'll get her a Blizzard. Like, you want me to order some Dairy Queen for you, Bean? We'll see. Someone doesn't do a shout out. That's the perfect last one. Perfect. Okay. Liv, are you still here? What's Dodo music? Like dumb music, like clown nonsense, you know? It's like they're clearly mocking the person. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Yeah. Audio team trusted lower mic mid shout out. Rachel ate Angela charcuterie during the veto comp.
Comes over, she sits next to me, and she says, I'm going to have some of this charcuterie too. She grabs my charcuterie, takes a little nibble, and then goes like this with me, like, cheers. I'm like, this is not your mom, honey. Go sit down. Go sit down. And
It didn't make the
production did
episode.
it
That's
for me.
crazy.
They're like, Rachel, go sit back down. Where you were.
Mhm.
Tell me
Why they wouldn't show this, I don't understand. This is content for free.
why Rachel gets up.
Liv, I'm deploying the bingo card. Jimmy's IG Live, yeah. Deployed. Saved it for unlocked. You might be onto something. I keep forgetting unlocked. Could be where the clips are going. Slow content. They're either over-explained, come to better content. Exactly. Is it Big Brother if 7 people do not explain how the veto comp works? When there's only 6 participants? No. The answer is no. It ain't Big Brother that way. So yeah. All right. Deploy successful. Perfect. All right, chat. You see the card in the chat. The link? That's the link you seek. If you click that link, like I'm going to right now, you will see that it gives you your own card. So if I hit generate card here, boom, that's my card for tonight. I've got Vince begs, Vince evicted, Ava pauses while voting, Mastermind speaks to house guest, unlock guest announce. Okay, that's not bad. No, not a bad card. Usually, sometimes I've been done dirty by the card, but this is not one of those times. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot it so I can post that in a second here when I go offline to let people know they can download their cards. Meow. Perfect. Done and dusted. There we go. Hope the Huskers are smart enough to not pick all their allies in a house split. Would I go on Big Brother? Absolutely not, Mel. Big Brother might be the last show I go on. I might go on goddamn fucking Naked and Afraid before I go on Big Brother. And I would be both naked and afraid, and being afraid of being naked also. I ain't doing Big Brother. Big Brother is... I will never advocate for anyone to go on this show. Never. Never. If you go, have fun. But traders make sense for your vibe. That would be more my speed, for sure. For sure. A castle? Yes. And the thing is, Big Brother, I think, is the... Like, I would be down to play the game of Big Brother. I will never play the game of Big Brother on television. Because the fandom be fandoming a little too fandomish, You're going to realize the show's still on? I don't think so, but I was trying to think of a show that was the most, like, opposite of what you'd think I'd say yes to. Should I play? I'm so mad at this season. I want to go on and ruin these people. Again, as the person I am, I will never advocate for anyone to go on Big Brother. That being said, if you go on Big Brother, I think it'll be a lot of fun. But I will never say you should go on Big Brother. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. All right. Exclamation bingo eviction for the card chat. Now that you have access. Good. As I said also, tomorrow we will be live, 10 p.m. Eastern. And we've now decided that's when we're going to be doing it'd be great if I use my words. That's when we'll be doing the live feeds bingo card. So that's what we're doing that one, okay? Okay, deal. Yeah, I will not be... Hey, sounds good, Maxis Mom. Perfect. The card is ready. Thanks for another great pre-eviction. I thank you, Chad. This has been very fun. It's been a very fun way to get together, get hyped, get excited for the upcoming eviction episode every week. Get through the card. So yeah. We'll do it next week again. But then tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing the card for the live feeds and chit-chatting and hanging out, having a good time. I'll be well caffeinated by then, so life will be good. Everything will be nice. But yeah. Yeah. You're parking at Luigi's? All right, chat. I'm going to zip out. I need to go finish Traders Ireland before 8 p.m. Which, to be clear, that's 8 p.m. my time. Which is an hour 40 from now, and I'm watching Big Brother at 7. So, no feed veto this week. Tomorrow. Feed bingo happens tomorrow. It's good, Ireland. Definitely watch it. Although, it's still too early to tell, but 3 episodes in, I'm entertained. And, like, I think it's going to be a good feeder and, like, catch up of feeling that excitement for traders before the big traders surge that's about to happen with Celebrity UK, Canada 3, then UK 4, then US 4. So, yeah, I would recommend. 10 out of 10. All right. Chat, y'all take care. Have a good one.